Hey guys, it's Daniel. Dirt is one of the most iconic records of the 90s and arguably Alice in Chains' best record. The album cover for Dirt features a young woman laying on her back on a cracked desert floor, her body partially buried underneath. The model featured in the image is Mariah O'Brien, and the photographer is Rocky Shank, who's worked with Alice in Chains on many occasions. The following is a quote from Rocky Shank, where he explains how they created the image. This quote is from Alice in Chains' The Untold Story. Quote, "We created the cracked desert floor with clay rolled out on foam core raised up on apple boxes. There was a cutout in the center of the foam core for the model to slip into, so she would appear half buried in the desert floor. I cut the miniature mountains out of foam core as well, and we put up a painted sky backdrop behind the mountains. Mariah's hair was short at the time, so we put a long wig on her so her hair would flow out artistically into the desert floor. After getting her in place, we sealed her up with more clay, which we then dried around her with hair dryers. Poor Mariah was stuck in that position for many, many hours as I tried a variety of different lighting effects and visual approaches." End quote. Now, as mentioned, the model on the album cover is Mariah O'Brien, though at the time the album was released, many of the people close to the band thought it was Demis Mother, Layne Staley's longtime on-again, off-again girlfriend. According to Demis' mother, Kathleen Austin, Demis was hurt that the band hired a model who looked like her to be on the cover. The following is a quote from Kathleen Austin. Quote, "Demis was really hurt when they chose a model that looked so much like her that people thought it was her, because it put her in a position where people would come up to her and say, 'Oh wow, I saw you on the cover of Dirt,' and she'd have to say, 'No, that's not me.' Sometimes people believed her, and sometimes they didn't believe her. She wouldn't have minded if they got a model that didn't look like her, but it put her in a really awkward position and it was really hurtful to her. She was just trying to maintain her own identity, never wanted to just be known as somebody's girlfriend." End quote. According to Kathleen Austin, Layne Staley's rising fame was beginning to overshadow Demis Perot's identity. She isn't even sure if Demis would have posed for the album cover if she'd been asked to.